This is To the Point with Michael Williams.
Good morning. Water, it's one of our common bonds. All of us need it clean, reliable, plentiful, and right now, water management is poised for changes that will impact all of us for decades in our five-county area, south to Broward, Miami-Dade, and the Florida Keys. My guest, Eikenberg, CEO of the Everglades Foundation. Thank you for being with us.
Michael, great to be with you.
We're in historic times right now as it relates to Everglades restoration. And of course, for our audience in our five counties, Everglades restoration is also tied into what that means to discharges to the east and west, to the St. Lucie River estuary, the Indian River Lagoon, to the west, the Caloosahatchee. Let's begin with an overview. Place us where we are right now. And it really is an historic time we're in. Talk about that and this mammoth thing we call the Everglades, Lake Okeechobee, and the plumbing therein.
Well, we're in year 21 of this great plan to restore America's Everglades, the largest restoration project in the history of the world. And the good news is we are seeing tremendous momentum and progress today. Projects are being finished. Just up the street from where we are together, the C-44 reservoir is completed. It is
Martin
built
County?
In Martin County on the banks of the St. Lucie River. That is a project that has been many years in the making, and that will bring tremendous relief to the Indian River Lagoon area, Martin County, the local basin, as we call it. But it also will be able to clean Lake Okeechobee water that comes from the lake heading east. So an important project. We're going to celebrate that here next month. But you go further south, the raising of Tamiami Trail, the removal of the 100-year-old road. The Kissimmee River north of Lake Okeechobee is finally finished. So we are at a perfect moment to continue this restoration effort. This is the decade for the Everglades.
And when you talk about the Kissimmee River as you look north, and in a moment we're going to put up a graphic to at least try and explain some of this complex plumbing over the years. But north, the Kissimmee dechannelizing that and trying to create more of what nature intended, which was more of a natural flow of water, is part of what you're talking about. North of the big lake, we were out there in the spring profiling that.
Correct. And by filling in that canal, that channel, the meandering Kissimmee is back. The oxbows have returned. The wading bird population is demonstrating great focus again. So this is another testament that if you stay the course, if you continue to push for restoration, it has great benefits. Not just ecological, but this is a tourism opportunity. People come to Florida to recreate, to go outside, go outdoors. Another great testament to the good work that's happening.
And before we head south, we have the C-43. So over on we tend to think about what's going on our side, but the C-43's canal is going to be big as well in terms of being able to take water, mean less in terms of discharges east and west, cleanse that water, better lake, helps us to the south, and we'll jump to that. But talk about that just a little bit because it's an important component.
Another reservoir the size of Naples, Naples, Florida, that's set to be finished in 2023. That too will be able to take local rainfall, store it there in that reservoir, and the important part of that project is the Caloosahatchee needs a certain amount of water during the course of the year to balance out that estuary. So that will be the source for the Caloosahatchee and not Lake Okeechobee. The lake itself needs to be managed in a manner that sends that water south. All this infrastructure south is making that happen.
Which is what nature originally intended, that broad sheet flow out of the Kissimmee River Basin, the gigantic watershed, the lake, then south. And in fact, we have a graphic here, kind of what you supplied at the Everglades Foundation. This is current water flow. So imagine eons ago, thousands of years ago, or really up until in the last century. On the left-hand side, you see the current water flow. That's after man came here and said, we're going to start building flood control throughout South Florida so that people can live here and not worry about being flooded. So big canals built taking water east and west. Nature never intended that. It's upset the ecology in the Treasure Coast estuaries, upset the ecology to the west. And you see how it cut off flow of water to the south and parched the Everglades, and it's really a problem. The restored water flow, and I want to keep the graphic up for you at home while Eric talks about it, CEO of the foundation. Sending water south. Talk about what we're seeing on the right-hand side of the screen and the projects underway that intend to make that happen, to restore the Everglades, ease the flow of water east and west, and benefit us in all regards.
We've talked in the past about these harmful discharges that graphic on the left shows. On the right, the restored flow is redirecting the water from Lake Okeechobee to the south. So a massive reservoir is now underway. The state of Florida is out in front on building this stormwater treatment area, but a 10,500 acre reservoir will be constructed south of the lake. That will be the source of water that will go into the River of Grass, into these wetlands, all the way down to Tamiami Trail, under the bridges of Tamiami Trail, 3.5 miles of bridges. The water then enters into Everglades National Park, and then ultimately to Florida Bay, the fishing capital of the world. This is a significant development here of getting that water flowing south. That's a restoreway. This supports the 21st century economy here in Florida that is based on tourism and real estate.
We'll also talk about water needs and climate change and why restoring that water flow is so important. Let's come back live as we sit here and talk with Eric Eikenberg, and I'm going to put up some footage. I was out in the area where the work is ongoing right now. We can show some of that footage. I went out to the area, about 12 miles. You see the explosion as they're doing blasting work. This is the area. What you're looking at home is one of the inflow, or the inflow canal that will take water from the Miami Canal, eventually send it into a stormwater treatment area where vegetation will cleanse that water, ultimately to send it south. Next door to this will be that huge reservoir. The total project, I'm told, by South Florida Water Management will be some, I think, 16,000 plus acres, the size of Manhattan. As you see the work that we had before us the other day, we'll bring you a full report on that this week. But this is part of the effort to send the water south. The STA being worked on now, operational by 2024, the reservoir 8 to 10 years out. But it's that long-held promise, the promise that I think you thought would never come to fruition, perhaps. You fought about it for years, to bring water south, and it helps us not only for the Everglades, but it helps take the load off of our estuaries. Is it going to happen? People are skittish. I have people say, yeah, you've always promised it. Is it really going to happen?
It is going to happen because the political will is there to make it happen. The governor's made this his #1 Everglades priority. Thankfully, former Senate President Joe Negron made that happen, representing Martin County, Stewart. So the project is underway. The state is, as you point out, is ahead on the stormwater treatment area. But by sending that water south, you're also hydrating the wetlands. One of the largest wetlands area in the world. You're sequestering carbon by doing so. You're keeping the Everglades hydrated, eliminating fire, and it's also acting as a buffer as you recharge the aquifer, which is the water supply now for almost 9 million of us. You're acting as a buffer. The
Biscayne aquifer we're talking about.
That's correct.
Water seeps down from the surface into this spongy aquifer.
That's correct, and it helps buffer issues with sea level rise and effects on our climate. So we have to double down. We have to ensure that projects like this reservoir south of the lake in fact happen. This is critical for the viewers in this region, certainly for our friends on the West Coast. But don't forget the community down in Miami-Dade, Broward, Monroe County. They need this water. It's critically important.
We saw the reports come out, the latest climate reports, scary to say the very, very least. And you just touched on all the needs to make sure that we keep enough water in that aquifer to fight saltwater intrusion from rising tides, rising seas, the ability to restore our Everglades and let it be a buffer in so many ways. But is all this going to happen? We're still 8 to 10 years out on the reservoir, and I do want to talk. Sugar interests have said this violates old agreements about water flow and promises of water flow to us. Talk about the lawsuit briefly, where it is, what your concerns are about it stopping all of this.
Well, I go back to I should say the inauguration of our current governor, where he said in his inaugural address that we were not going to be cowed by foot dragging. And this is another attempt to foot drag on this project. This has been 20 years in the making, a reservoir south of Lake Okeechobee, and there have been starts and stops. But the industry that has now taken legal action has tried to undermine this project for too long. That is no longer happening. The Army Corps of Engineers is moving forward with it. The Water Management District is committed to this. The members of Congress in Washington understand the importance of this reservoir south of Lake Okeechobee. And make no mistake about it, we've had too many summers of toxic water going east and west, too many health warnings to stay out of the water. By redirecting this water to the south, by storing it, cleaning it, and sending it through the river of grass, this is the crown jewel in an effort to restore America's Everglades. We cannot be swayed by these type of distracting areas. I'm confident that this project is going to be finished, and we're hoping for by the year 2030, it's all done.
Talk about the political alignment that we've seen. I've had people tell me in the last few weeks and months they've never seen the political alignment and really the public will coalesce as much as they have in the last year or two or three around restoration. Governor DeSantis gets his share of credit for that, but so does our entire delegation.
They sure do, and I also have to give credit to realtors, to chambers of commerce, to local businesses, to those that are ensured to have a robust tourism industry. And when you have man-made disasters like we've seen with our water, Lake Okeechobee has caused too much harm. So when you have a plan, and this is rooted in science, this is a plan that's been in place now, again, 21 years. So to have the political will to do it, and when the governor made systematic changes at the South Florida Water Management District, that demonstrated this is a new day. We continue to see ribbon cuttings throughout the system. This is the decade for the Everglades.
I hear somebody, as a CEO of Everglades Foundation, confident that you'll deal with lawsuits and move forward. A delegation there. It's a $3.5 billion project, state and federal money. It's a 50-50 split to be finished in the next decade. Brief question. Some people say, why can't it be done faster? When I was out there, I can see why. It's a mammoth project. But briefly speak to that. Some say, why can't you just do it a lot faster?
There's some options to help the Army Corps with the acceleration to that point. Some of these projects shouldn't languish 10, 15 years. We want to see these accelerated within that 5 to 8 year time frame. It takes money, and we're seeing substantial investment from Tallahassee. We're hoping that the Congress comes through in a big way as well.
Not to throw a damper on the justifiable optimism that seems to be there, but some worry it's too late for battered estuaries here that have seen discharges they should have never had, nature never intended. And Everglades that is far smaller than it was. Is it too late to bring it back?
It's not too late. It's not too late, but it is a critical juncture for us. We're now the 3rd largest state in the union. People are continuing to come to Florida, and they're coming along the coast. So when they invest in their real estate, when they invest in this beautiful Florida that we have here, when they see man-made disasters, and again, toxic algae is a man-made disaster. So to be able to preserve what makes Florida great, our outdoors, this is a critical part to it. We're as optimistic as we've ever been. Again, back to the issue of all those that are joining force to help this along. We're going to do it.
Final thought, Eric, as you look at the overview, perhaps something I haven't touched on, you live, breathe, and eat this stuff all the time. What's the last message that you really want to be the takeaway message to all the varied interests that count on this great ecosystem we call the Everglades Basin, the lake, the estuaries, the Everglades to the south? It's such a mammoth piece of work by nature that we're trying to help nature bring it back to what it used to be. What's your takeaway thought?
As Floridians, we need to rally around how we can solve these problems. This is not a time to be divisive. This is not a time to put one side or one coast against each other. We have to realize that this is a national treasure. This has been suffering for centuries, decades. The Everglades has been suffering. We now have the ability to see projects come online. It's putting a puzzle together, and at the end of the day, we're going to be able to pass this Everglades, America's Everglades, on to the next generation. This then is perpetual protection, but it has to start now, and we are well on our way to making it happen.
An Everglades we all need, and as an engineer told me today, an Everglades he hopes to take his children out upon in a restored, revitalized state. Eric Eikenberg with the Everglades Foundation, the longtime CEO. We thank you for being our guest on To The Point.
Thank you, Michael.
And what's the political scorecard environmentally? We'll talk about that and much more on the roundtable next.